Welcome to another episode of that deep shit, where we connect the dots. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about self-hypnotism. Yeah, let's get it. Alright, so look, when it comes to self-hypnotism, it all boils down to vibration and frequency, right? So one of the most popular methods for self-hypnotism is chanting. So if you ever watched my videos on sound codes, on the first episode of sound codes, I talk about how to forge vibration, because vibration is just the movement of matter, or the movement of, in this case, molecules or atoms in the form of a sound. And how important sound is that even in religious texts like the Bible, you can create physical things from sound. Because, like, let's say, for example, in the Bible it says, God said, let there be light, and so there was. Because he said, let there be light, and so there was. And if you look into a lot of ancient texts, like the Judaic text, I forgot the Yetzer, I can't say the rest of it, but it all talks about the words that means to create. Like abracadabra means I create from which I say. Things of that nature, right? So anyhow, so when you're chanting, you're actually shaping the vibration of sound, and you're turning it into a certain word, and that becomes a chant. And you say these words over and over, and you create, so to speak, a spell, because it's a loop, it's a hook. You say it over and over. So you say these words as chants, right? And the reason why chants, spells are very good for manifestation is because what you're doing is you're creating a toroidal field, if you will. And what we know about toroidal fields, we find these things in almost every living thing in nature. But if you look at it from a scientific aspect, like Nikola Tesla always looked into toroidal fields. That's how he learned how to pull energy out of the ethers. It's pretty much when you have one pole that creates an energetic field, and then it comes around and enters into the south or the southern pole or opposite pole. Magnets have a toroidal field, if you will. That's the easiest way to conceptualize a toroidal field. A magnetic field is very toroidal, right? Toroidal. I want to say toroidal, but it's toroidal, right? All right. So magnets is a good example. Now, when you're saying a chant, so what you're doing is you're making a vibration come from the inside of you. You're shaping it into a word, right? And it's coming out of your mouth for the most part and going into your ear. This is creating a toroidal field of vibration. And the reason why it's very effective is because, just like any toroidal field, you'll have positive and negative and neutral as far as the energy that you will see in a toroidal field or a magnet, right? Positive, negative, and neutral. But how is your words positive, negative, and neutral? Or sound? Not even words, sound. Positive, negative, neutral. Well, the thought of the intent of the word is the neutral part, and that is what we can tie to what we call center or zero energy. Zero energy, or nothing. Zero means no thing. That means it's not physical. Is the realm of where you will find creation, creator, God is in the zero field. So neutral is a good place to be, right? So the reason why you have a positive in these words is because it's coming out. It's coming out. It's a positive. It's a projection. And the reason why you have a negative is means it's intaking. It's the opposite. It's intaking. So your mouth is the positive aspect, or the creation of the sound is the positive aspect, and your ears is the negative aspect, and the thought and the intent is the neutral aspect. All of these in culmination creates energy. As words are created and form this energy, they float out into the material realm and eventually manifest. Okay, so this is how manifestations work. It's the neutral part of the thought also projects out, and so what happens is the physicality of the word connects with the neutral, and this is what manifestations is about. All right. Okay, but what I really want to drive home in this video is something a little bit different and a new technique that I learned. And it's not so much about words, but it's more so about the chaotic nature of sound stripped down without any words. Because before there was words, there was telepathy, just thought, only thought. And communication was done through ethereal beings, through the ethers, and through the thought. As spirits, energy, and souls became more physical, because we were etheric before we were physical. This is the God realm. But as we became more physical, this is when the loss of telepathy went away, and where sound started to generate. Now, I didn't say words on purpose. I said sound. Now, here's the thing. When you strip down a word, it boils down to a sound. I said this before in previous videos, but this is going to be a little bit of a refresher. So, how do we know this? We know this because if we look at what a vowel is nothing but sound without any word. So when you put a consonant to a vowel, then you start to create words. So a sound is ah, o, u. These are all the primordial sounds that exist in anything here in the physical realm. These are the sounds. Now, here's the thing. And what I'm trying to drive home here. What I'm trying to drive home here is if you just concentrate on the sounds, like in the form of a hum, these are the most powerful tools that you can use as far as self-hypnotism. Yes, you can chant, and that's fine. That works too. But what I'm telling you is I've been experimenting with sound, right? Just, we do this all the time. That is the most commercial sound, right? That people use as far as chanting and self-hypnotism, right? Okay, cool, right? So you can just use the sound to self-hypnotize and create that toroidal field. And the intent of what you're thinking acts as that neutrality, right? And you can still manifest, spell work, create whatever you want with the intent and the sound. It's stronger that way. So when you lock in on which sounds to use, the effects are stronger. But I found an even more stronger effect than just stronger than chanting, stronger than humming, because that's what that is and people that hum naturally, like just creating a pattern of vibration is the most powerful thing you can do, because it's chaotic, it's chaos. You're just creating something that's just so when you see a person that hums all the time, these are magical, powerful people, and they may or may not even know. You might be one yourself. Sometimes when you eat, you get the you feel that feeling? That's the feeling you want to tap into, because that's what's happening. You're creating something. Something's happening. Usually you're doing that because you're ingesting a lot of herbs. You know what I'm saying? So this really works when you're ingesting herbs, a tea, something like that. Get the humming. Hum when you drink a tea. With some tea. It's gonna go down. I'm telling you. All right. But that's not even where I'm going with the video. I learned an even more powerful technique than chanting and chaotic humming. It's humming in your mind. It's humming in your mind. Don't make a sound. Think the sound. Just like how you would hum, like whatever. I just made that up. Or you can hum something that you already know. Whatever. But just don't say it. Just like how you can hear yourself say something to yourself, like, man, I'm finna get the fuck from around this motherfucker. Right? Whatever. How you can say that in your head, you can hum in your head too. And you can still hear it. This is harnessing the neutral energy. Now remember, when you're dealing with the neutral energy, you're dealing with the zero realm, the nothing realm, the God realm. And this is the most powerful technique to use. When you go to, and before I tell you to do it, I have to warn you, this technique is very powerful. You will astral project. You will lucid dream. If you do this before sleep, you will do that. Okay, everybody different. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Let me put that disclaimer. But I'm telling you, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. You know, you might open up into a realm that you wasn't prepared for. But I'm giving you the tools. You see what I'm saying? If you do this technique before sleep, humming in your mind, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And going back to the humming and what to hum, I don't know. Make it up. That's the best thing to do. But I also tried it by just doing a very mathematical, just a Why did I do that? It's because that mimics a wave. You feel me? And one thing about the 0 point, you know what I'm saying? The 0 point realm, just like if you know about waves and particles, and how if you observe it in one angle, it's a wave, but if you observe it in another angle, it's a particle, and they bounce in and out of reality. So that's why I tried the wave technique. You know what I'm saying? I think the wave technique is a little bit more structured. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could do it slow it up, or try different ways. You know what I'm saying? Or you could try the particle technique, where it's strictly chaos. You see what I'm saying? Strictly chaos, to where you're just making it up. Either way, try to see if it works. I did the shit, man, a few times. Whoa. So I just wanted to share that with the dots. You know what I'm saying? You already know the drill. NewMysterySchool.com. Log on. Hit that like button. Drop a comment. Share the video. And if you ain't subscribed, you better subscribe. Stop playing. Hey, man. I'm gone.